well, not that it would happen immediately, but I just have, when I look back at FY21, we did an attachment 3. This was during the, the pandemic, and we were worried about finances, even more so back then, not as much as, well, we still had the same concern, but. So this was
Director Ames, I'm sorry.
I want to be able to complete my thought. I do not want to be interrupted, please. This is a very important
item. There are
item.
multiple people in the queue, and you have already spoken, and you said you had a question.
I do. I haven't finished my questioning.
I'm waiting. Yeah, so I'm asking you to ask your question.
I don't want to be interrupted. Okay. So I know that BART staff did this before. They had an operating budget reduction attachment 3, which is not, this is what we did in FY21. And it says we had a 10% challenge reductions before shelter in place. That's what it's called. But I'm saying we can do a challenge like what Director Allen is proposing to get down to, say, 50 to 60 million. And then I see other here. Basically what we did is we, looks like here, we have unbudgeted frozen positions, 251. And essentially we had some conversions and operate position cuts. So we actually cut out 288 full-time employees back then. But now we're actually still higher than 21. We're 300 employees higher than we had previously. So I'm trying to reconcile. We had position cuts of almost 300. And we're higher than, we're 300. It looks like we just added more employees back in. So I'm wondering, I'm asking staff, can we actually reduce the FTEs and maybe pursue positions that are not filled? I brought this up at the last meeting and I never really heard an answer on this.
Staff's recommendation is the budget, the motion that's on slide 5.
I'm asking a question. Can you actually look at vacant positions and reduce the budget accordingly? I'm just asking the question. I'm not asking about the motion.
We have evaluated the FY25 and 26 budget, and staff's recommendation is the motion on slide 5.
Didn't answer my question. I'm asking a question. Can you consider that? I would like to know. This is what we did in 21.
And you did it before. We've considered the FTEs that are in the budget, and that's staff's recommendation.
I know what the recommendation is.
I don't have a
I'm asking, okay, this is the challenge I think that the staff needs to, I don't want to get into this battle over, I just want some answers of how we can get down the operating expenses. There's a proposal here to reduce it to 60 million. I think it's 58, which is a 5% cut throughout the departments. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible because we did this before. So I'm just wondering what staff's opinion is on this of trying to reduce expenses moving forward. How about that?
Staff's opinion is the motion that's in front of the board.
So if I can interpret this,
it's not an acceptable answer.
It is an answer.
It is an answer.
So I'm going to step in right now and say, first of all, it was getting a little heated. This executive staff have indicated that this is the proposal that they are comfortable with. They are not going to say yes to what you're asking them to say yes. It doesn't mean you can't propose amendments or make your own determinations, but they are not in the position to do that. They have made a decision, they have reviewed, they have worked with the appropriate staff, and that product is before us. And I don't want to see browbeating to get people to say something that they're not going to say that is not reflective of what management is proposing today. So we can consider amendments, you can make the points you want to make, but there has been an answer to your question. It's not an answer you like, but it is an answer.
Thank you, President Duffy. I would just go back to my colleagues and say we need to pursue this question and get an answer from staff. Can we reduce the vacant positions, the unfilled positions, to reduce the operating expense? And maybe perhaps we can do this in the fall. How about that? Maybe that's the next step. I would like to second the amended motion.
Okay, so we have an original motion on